So I always see these surf skating videos on Instagram, and it always makes me wonder, is this actually the secret to improving your surfing, or is it just a big scam by Big Surf Skate? Well, I decided to test it out for myself. So I ditched my surfboard for my buddy's surf skate for a whole week and made a game plan. Step 1. To analyze my surfing to get specific turns that I want to work on the surf skate. Step 2 is 7 days of straight surf skating, working on specific trails to hopefully improve my surfing. Final step, go straight into another surf and reanalyze my surfing to see if it does actually help your surfing. Let's get straight into step 1. So on this snap, I noticed that my board stayed pretty straight. It was almost like a floater. So ideally I'd like to kick the tail out and almost slide along the lip. Then coming into this carve, I actually do like how this turn looks, but ideally I would be able to use my arms and my head to get my board all the way backwards before bringing it back. And now on the backhand snap, the bottom turn was a little horizontal and I didn't quite square up enough to the lip. If you notice that when I actually connect to the lip, I fail to follow through with my turn and my body goes pretty stiff. So that's something I definitely want to work on the surf skate. So now step 2, to take specific parts of my surfing and go practice them on the surf skate. So I start out with some forehand and backhand snaps. As you can see, I'm very stiff, and you can kind of tell that I'm just figuring out how to ride this thing. But it doesn't take very long before I'm able to kick the tail out a little bit and get some good snaps in. So on the first day, I also wanted to practice some big roundhouse cutbacks. You can see with each attempt, I'm able to increase my speed and tighten the radius of the turn. The main idea for surf skating, for me, is it allows you to gain mass amounts of repetition on the same surface every time, which is something you'll never get out of surfing. You will never get the same wave, you'll never get the same section, never on the same surface. And this lack of repetition in surfing is what makes it the most difficult sport to get good at. Blowtail, dude, woo! Alright, that's one day of surf skating down. I feel like a kook out here, but continue I will. So on day 2, I started to work on combining turns, as if I'm on a wave. Bottom turn to top turn, into another bottom turn, into another top turn. I also began attempting to throw the tail to fakie, practicing the wrap to slide we were analyzing in the beginning of the video. This took me a lot of attempts to figure it out, but soon I got a few that I wrote out of. Not very clean though. The next day I skipped the skate park and went out to my street, which has a nice mellow incline and really allowed me to work on my flow and linking turns together. Even getting some wrap to slide practice, which felt better here than on the ramps at the skate park. I of course had to finish my session with a cringy Instagram skate into the sunset shot. But the next day I was back to the skate park, back to getting repetitions. Just doing forehand and backhand snaps over and over and over and over again. Trying to add slightly more variation, trying to kick the tail just a little more each time. Then into the 2-turn combos. This is where I felt like my surfing might actually benefit from doing a drill like this. Just trying to work on gaining speed out of my bottom turn into my top turn. I even did a little switch surf skating, which if you take a look at my switch surfing, you can tell it really needs some work. But I finished the day with some more wrap to slides, and I even made a little surf skate friend. Day 5, I really focused on flow and linking turns down the line, really trying to skate as if I was on a wave on my surfboard, getting those reps on my forehand and my backhand. More reps on forehand snaps. More reps on wrap to slide. Day 6, I was back on my street, just carving down the line into the sunset. All the Instagram influencers would be so proud of me. In all seriousness though, this was the most enjoyable time I had while surf skating. Okay, here it is, day 7. one more day of surf skating to see if all this training is actually going to pay off and improve my surfing, or if it's just going to do the opposite. I started out the day with all switch skating, which you can tell is very stiff and not very entertaining to watch, but nonetheless something I really wanted to practice. Then straight into some two-turn combos, both front and backside. At this point, these reps were feeling really good. And of course, I had to practice some wrap and slides to cap off the 7 days of training. Alright, fresh off 7 days of surf skating, it's time to see the moment we've all been waiting for. Will it actually help me surf, or am I just gonna still suck? We'll see. Let's get out there. Okay, right off the bat, you can tell that I follow through a lot more with my backhand snaps. Kicking the tail out a little bit, even sliding it. And honestly, my backhand as a whole felt better. I was able to get a lot more vertical, as you can tell with that one. And I think that really has to do with the weight distribution I was able to practice on the surf skate. And this specific turn is a turn that I worked on more than anything on the surf skate. Backhand snap to slide the tail a little bit. And to see it translate so clearly into my surfing, it's flipped my mindset on surf skating. I would always be pretty skeptical about surf skating when I saw it on Instagram, or if I saw someone else do it. I'm just like, yeah, that looks cool, but that doesn't actually translate into your surfing. The only thing that can make you a better surfer is surfing. And while I do still think that's true, and I think you should surf as much as possible, some people don't have the luxury of surfing every day. And even myself, sometimes I just don't have the time of day. You know, I'm a college student, I work part-time, so it's hard to find that time to get in the water. So as I finish this experiment, I think that I'm on board with surf skating. I think it's actually a viable option when the waves are flat to practice your form, to practice specific turns that you want to get good at, and this will translate into your surfing. We just saw it firsthand. So I don't know, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just pull the trigger, buy the surf skate. Let's do it. Whew. Thank you guys for watching. This video took a lot of effort, so please like it if you did enjoy it. And stay tuned, I'm pumping out weekly videos for you guys. I just hit 1,000 subscribers, which is pretty unreal to me. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Whew.